International Symposium on Agriculture and Environment, ISAE 2025 is on the horizon. As a prelude to this prestigious event, we present the ISAE 2025 Pre-Symposium webinar series, a journey of 12 insightful webinars on ISAE 2025 innovations in agricultural technologies for climate action and sustainability. Join us as he explores empowering sustainability, the role of green entrepreneurship in driving global change. The wait is almost over. In just a few minutes, the ISAE 2025 Pre-Symposium webinar series will begin with a bang. Get ready to dive into groundbreaking in just a couple of minutes. Stay tuned. The International Symposium on Agriculture and Environment, ISAE 2025 is on the horizon. As a prelude to this prestigious event, we present the ISAE 2025 Pre-Symposium webinar series, a journey of 12 insightful webinars under the theme Driving Innovations in Agricultural Technologies for Climate Action and Sustainability. Join us as he explores empowering sustainability, the role of green entrepreneurship in driving global change. The wait is almost over. In just a few minutes, the ISAE 2025 Pre-Symposium webinar series will begin with a bang. Get ready to dive into groundbreaking discussions on driving innovations in agricultural technologies for climate action and sustainability. Join us as we explore the future of agriculture, technology, and climate resilience. Starting in just a couple of minutes, stay tuned. The International Symposium on Agriculture and Environment, ISAE 2025 is on the horizon. As a prelude to this prestigious event, we present the ISAE 2025 Pre-Symposium webinar series, a journey of 12 insightful webinars under the theme Driving Innovations in Agricultural Technologies for Climate Action and Sustainability. Join us as he explores empowering sustainability, the role of green entrepreneurship in driving global change. The wait is almost over. In just a few minutes, the ISAE 2025 Pre-Symposium webinar series will begin with a bang. Get ready to dive into groundbreaking discussions on driving innovations in agricultural technologies for climate action and sustainability. Join us as we explore the future of agriculture, technology, and climate resilience. Starting in just a couple of minutes, stay tuned. The International Symposium on Agriculture and Environment, ISAE 2025 is on the horizon. As a prelude to this prestigious event, we present the ISAE 2025 Pre-Symposium webinar series, a journey of 12 insightful webinars under the theme Driving Innovations in Agricultural Technologies for Climate Action and Sustainability. Join us as he explores empowering sustainability, the role of green entrepreneurship in driving global change. The wait is almost over. In just a few minutes, the ISAE 2025 Pre-Symposium webinar series will begin with a bang. Get ready to dive into groundbreaking discussions on driving innovations in agricultural technologies for climate action and sustainability. Join us as we explore the future of agriculture, technology, and climate resilience. Starting in just a couple of minutes, stay tuned. The International Symposium on Agriculture and Environment, ISAE 2025 is on the horizon. As a prelude to this prestigious event, we present the ISAE 2025 Pre-Symposium webinar series, a journey of 12 insightful webinars under the theme Driving Innovations in Agricultural Technologies for Climate Action and Sustainability. Join us as he explores empowering sustainability, the role of green entrepreneurship in driving global change. The wait is almost over. In just a few minutes, the ISAE 2025 Pre-Symposium webinar series will begin with a bang. Get ready to dive into groundbreaking discussions on driving innovations in agricultural technologies for climate action and sustainability. Join us as we explore the future of agriculture, technology, and climate resilience. Starting in just a couple of minutes, stay tuned. The International Symposium on Agriculture and Environment, ISAE 2025, is on the horizon. As a prelude to this prestigious event, we present the ISAE 2025 Pre-Symposium webinar series, a journey of 12 insightful webinars under the theme Driving Innovations in Agricultural Technologies for Climate Action and Sustainability. Join us as he explores empowering sustainability, the role of green entrepreneurship in driving global change. The wait is almost over. In just a few minutes, the ISAE 2025 Pre-Symposium webinar series will begin with a bang. Get ready to dive into groundbreaking discussions on driving innovations in agricultural technologies for climate action and sustainability. Join us as we explore the future of agriculture, technology, and climate resilience. Starting in just a couple of minutes, stay tuned. The International Symposium on Agriculture and Environment, ISAE 2025, is on the horizon. As a prelude to this prestigious event, we present the ISAE 2025 Pre-Symposium webinar series, a journey of 12 insightful webinars under the theme Driving Innovations in Agricultural Technologies for Climate Action and Sustainability. Join us as he explores empowering sustainability, the role of green entrepreneurship in driving global change. The wait is almost over. In just a few minutes, the ISAE 2025 Pre-Symposium webinar series will begin with a bang. Get ready to dive into groundbreaking discussions on driving innovations in agricultural technologies for climate action and sustainability. Join us as we explore the future of agriculture, technology, and climate resilience. Starting in just a couple of minutes, stay tuned. The International Symposium on Agriculture and Environment, ISAE 2025, is on the horizon. As a prelude to this prestigious event, we present the ISAE 2025 Pre-Symposium webinar series, a journey of 12 insightful webinars under the theme Driving Innovations in Agricultural Technologies for Climate Action and Sustainability. Join us as he explores empowering sustainability, the role of green entrepreneurship in driving global change. The wait is almost over. In just a few minutes, the ISAE 2025 Pre-Symposium webinar series will begin with a bang.
Okay, good evening, everyone. A warm welcome to all of you joining today's Pre-Symposium webinar series, organized as a part of the International Symposium on Agriculture and Environment, ISAE 2025. The ISAE 2025, organized by the Faculty of Agriculture, University of Ruhuna, is scheduled to take place on 2nd of September 2025 at Goldface Hotel, Colombo. And the theme of this symposium is driving innovations in agricultural technologies for climate action and sustainability. So we are pleased to announce that abstract submissions are now open. And we encourage all of you to submit your abstract under different sub-themes. And please visit our website for more details. And first of all, it is my pleasure to extend a warm welcome to Professor Ranjit Disanayake, today's distinguished speaker of our webinar, and Dr. Chamila Vijayakon, our moderator for this session. And I also extend my gratitude for all of you, okay, local and international participants who have joined us for this event. And also, we hope this session will be insightful and engaging for all. And thank you for being here, and let's begin. I would like to now invite Dr. Chamila Vijayakon, today's moderator, to take over. Dr. Chamila Vijayakon is the head of the Department of Soil Science, Faculty of Agriculture, and the past coordinator of ISAE 2019. Renowned for his academic contribution to the soil science, he also brings extensive experience in organizing international events like ISAE. Dear sir, the session is now yours for the moderation. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Auntie. Can you all hear me? Okay, good evening, everybody, and it is indeed an absolute pleasure to serve as the moderator of this important session. We are going to discuss some important topics in this pre-symposium seminar series. So this is the first one, so I've been asked to briefly introduce ISAE, to look back in time and see how we have progressed so far. And today is an important juncture in the timeline of ISAE. So, but before that, I will discuss about the past and how we developed. So, ISAE, started in 2018, but it was not as ISAE, it was a national symposium. So the name was National Symposium of the Faculty of Agriculture. And it is, it holds a special place in our hearts because of one reason, that is, this ISAE was the first symposium of University of Ruhuna. And then quickly this national symposium was converted or upgraded to an international symposium. And that is where it got its name. That is International Symposium on Agriculture and Environment. And since then, we have proudly welcomed a large number of international participants from around the world and fostering collaboration across borders. And altogether, we have had, including these two national symposia, around 15 symposia during its history. So one of the defining features of ISAE is its commitment to address critical issues, pertaining to agriculture and environment. And so that ensures that our discussions remain relevant and impactful, both locally as well as globally. And, other than these discussions, this ISAE has served as a kind of a hub for global dialogue, hosting both national and international meetings as its sessions. So, for example, in 2018, we had a session to develop our cinnamon industry, and in 2019, we had a special session to discuss about the controversial issues of oil palm in Sri Lanka and how networking, and after that, the policies. So there were a lot of critical topics that we have addressed through ISAE. And so I told you at the beginning, today this is a special event. That is because it marks a milestone in our timeline, where this is the first time that we are holding this pre-conference seminars for the first time. So that is why I'm really honored to moderate the first pre-conference seminar of ISAE. Really glad and really, it is a real feeling. So this we expect that these pre-conference seminars will, discuss the matters that we are going to discuss in the ISA, in advance, so that we can refine the things, clearly, and the final outcome would be worthy. So now I think with that, I think introduction, you can of course find most of this information in our website. So I'm going to now introduce our speaker, and it is of course a great honor to introduce Professor Ranjit Disanayake, an eminent academic and an entrepreneur and a visionary leader in engineering and sustainability. And I think when I looked at his biography, he's got lots of things under his name, and so it was quite difficult for me to, compress all these things into a couple of minutes. So, but anyway, I have taken out some of the important aspects to introduce him to the audience. So, the Professor Disanayake serves as a Professor Emeritus at the University of Peradeniya, and he's also a professor at Curtin University, Colombo. And he has held several esteemed leadership positions, including immediate past president of the Institute of Engineers, Sri Lanka, and immediate past chairman of the Green Building Council of Sri Lanka, and vice president of the Chamber of Construction Industry. And he has also contributed significantly to national development as a secretary to the State Ministry of Rural Roads and State Ministry of Urban Development. So you see the breadth of his involvement in the country's development and the subject area. And his academic excellence has been internationally recognized with prestigious awards, such as Young Scientist Award, that is NASTEC Sri Lanka, the Overseas Prize ICE UK, the Australia Alumni Excellence Award, and more recently, the Global National Educator Award 2024 and the Global Sustainability Lifetime Award. So beyond academia, Professor Disanayake is an entrepreneur, as I told you before, and he's the founder of GAP HQ, a group of companies dedicated to innovation and sustainability. And his leadership in international conferences on resource efficiency, university industry collaborations, biomimicry, and sustainable built environment, they further highlight his commitment to, greener future, and not only in local context, but as well as in the global stage. So I think with his wealth of experience and expertise in engineering, sustainability, and research, we are privileged to have him with us today. And I have, of course, listened to his talks before, and they were really interesting. And so I hope the audience today, you will not regret participating in this event. So I would like to humbly invite Professor Ranjit Disanayake to deliver your speech. And I think we can have about 45 minutes or 50 minutes for your talk. And after that, we'll have a small discussion session before winding up the session. So the floor is yours, sir.
Thank you very much for the kind introduction, Dr. Chamila Vijayakon. And before starting the talk, I should thank Professor Guttila Jayasinghe, Dean, Faculty of Agriculture, for inviting me to deliver the best speech at the best webinar series of the ISAE 2025. And it is great privilege for me to deliver the speech. Let me upload my presentation. Can you allow me to upload my presentation?
Yes, sir, you can.
Okay. still not. No. Right, possible. Hope you all can see my presentation right now.
Yes, we can see. Yeah.
Okay. So, good evening, everybody. It is my great pleasure that I'm talking to you this evening on the empowering the sustainability, green entrepreneurships driving the global change. So, there are two conditions at the beginning. So I'm not going to talk much on agriculture because most of you, I hope that they know agriculture well. Another one is this is something I have been doing during the last almost 2 decades. Therefore, I may have to use some of my work which I have done. Therefore, bear with me. So let's begin. What is the empowering of sustainability? So there are 4 areas that I got into the slide. One is encouraging the eco-friendly business. So it is a business, but it should be eco-friendly business, a sustainable business, which is good for the environment. Of course, it is very, very important we educate the community in large. Then nothing will work without supporting the policies, right? So you can't have the eco-friendly business without the proper policies. And of course, we have to invest on the green technology and the circular economy. This is the 4 that I see as the main area. When you go to the role of a green entrepreneur, I believe that promoting the sustainable innovation, we have to do the innovation, of course, that should be sustainable innovation. I mean, we can say the green innovation. We are reducing the carbon footprint is a very important one. Other areas driving the policy and the awareness also we have to do as an entrepreneur. Then the creating the green job and the economies. Then encourage the ethical business practices in the area of the sustainability. This is how I see the role of the entrepreneur. Let's get into the subject of, I'm just comparing where we started living. What I believe is that we started living in the jungle similar to the other animal. So I always say that God made a mistake by allowing us to think and create the thing. So if not, we would have lived very happily in the jungle. So we don't have to worry about the sustainability. So that we don't have to empower the sustainability. Naturally, it is sustained. Nature is naturally sustained. So how we came about, maybe some indicator like industrial revolution. So that is what happened is because of the God given the brain, we come up with a different kind of changes of the way that we are doing. So starting from the steam engine to mass production to computer to internet and the human robot, we are vastly moving different ages. But there is one thing in common when we even go to the industrial 5.0, we see now we are enjoying a lot of things like the human-machine collaboration, bioengineering, and many, many things. But something I see common with the impact of the ethical challenges, quality of life has increased drastically. Job transformation is happening. But sustainability challenge is a continue from the beginning up to today. The year by year, the challenge is increasing rapidly. Therefore, we need to think on this serious. So what has happened? I'm repeating what I said again. We lived in the jungle. And we move on to the built environment with all the science that we develop, all the innovation, all the mathematics, all the physics, everything, we came to the built environment. But one thing that we did is we always challenge the sustainability. But at the beginning, we did not realize the sustainability because we had enough resources, less population, and the less problem. And we are so impressed about our finding. Though people understand about the losing the sustainability, they did not talk about it. But now they have talked about it and identified because of it has become a real challenge right now. Of course, now we can't go back to the jungle and start living, obvious. Especially, main reason is the population. So this is what Industrial Revolution brought us, right? So we need a solution. Solution is to this sustainable challenges, pollution, the agriculture constraint and land issues, then the habitat, biodiversity, waste management. These are the something that you can see very closely. But there are certain other things, global warming, temperature rising, of course you feel now. Then the water scarcity, food security and hunger, use of the conventional energy. So you can feel like you cannot continue with that. So we need to go for the change. Of course. What we have to do right now, we have to go for the sustainable way. In order to go to the, we have to go for the one way, we have to go for the sustainable practices. The other way, we have to go back to the nature and understand what is the solution from the nature. What happened so far, through the Industrial Revolution, we didn't care about the nature. We went to the built environment and a lot of garbage, a lot of smoke, you name and anything and everything. But we didn't see what has the nature solution. Therefore, we have to go back to the nature and see. We as all scientists must always think about what is the solution for the nature, any problem that we have, right? And we have to build the built environment, reshape the built environment with the nature. So this is what we in a way say that empowering the sustainability. This is what my topic today, empowering the sustainability. I'm trying to explain the topic again and again. It will be very interesting for you too, but I think the different group of people are there. So I'm talking as a civil engineer. Civil engineer always use the material. So just to understand the amount of the material we use, Mount Everest, estimated like the 160 billion tons. That is enough only for the 18 months. That is enough for the 18 months. So within the 18 months, one Everest mountain is gone. Out of that, let's go for the raw material, only for the time being, nearly 9% we reuse and recycle and so forth. That means that almost 91% go as the waste. So this is, I'm talking about the total raw material requirement for the almost every activity. But again, as a civil engineer, when I go to the building sector, so that we use the tile, we use the cement, many things. So a lot of, not only waste go different angle. Gases, many forms. So only in the building sector, nearly 39% of carbon dioxide is emission to the environment. So you see the amount that we, being a civil engineer, one part is the building. And just to get for a infrastructure development, nearly 50% of the raw material that I said before goes to the infrastructure development. And out of the total energy requirement, 40% go to again the built environment. And sadly, out of that 30% go as the waste as well as carbon dioxide. So see the amount of the waste that we generate. So this year it is estimated like a 2.2 billion tons of globally demolition taken place, because now people have developed almost every places they can. Now they have to rebuild it, then we have to take the demolition. When you think about every city, every corner, every week, you see some building or demolition. That is a rough estimate, a huge amount of, and sadly, almost 80%, 99% go at the landfill, the waste. As you know that there is no enough raw material to grab from the earth crust. So these are the big issues. I'm talking about my sector. So that each and every sector has a different issues. So I'm just taking the material that I'm using the material. So therefore, any sector or similar the sector that I am working, we need to have the innovation. You can't have the just innovation. It should be green innovation, because we have to reduce everything. Carbon dioxide, demolition, landfill, energy, raw material, water, you name anything and everything that we use for the built environment. That is the same as agriculture. That is same as the medical field. That is the same as scientists. Everywhere the same. But this is what we brought it. We used a lot of raw material for our exercise. Right. Therefore, we cannot go business as usual. We have to go for the circular economy. We can't anymore go toward the waste. So waste have to be the once it is used, you have to reuse, recycle, and circular economy model have to be go. And we have to use the green technology. New technology must become, that is must be sustainable technology that will be less harm to the environment. Energy must be coming from the solar, wind, some other sources, not the fossil fuel. You can't do it. There's a limitation that that we can get the fossil fuel. And the fossil fuel produce a lot of carbon dioxide. So there are hydrogen energy is coming, the water technology is coming, many technologies are coming because of this. That is what we have to empower the sustainability. Last 5 minutes, like 5 to 10 minutes, we understand the world is facing increasingly environment challenge. Therefore, you agree with me, the urgency to empower the sustainability has never been greater than right now. You remember the fire in US. Whenever we have the raining, we have the flooding, right? So you can see the amount of the disasters happening around the world. Therefore, we must go for the sustainability. Climate change, population growth, urbanization, we need to have the international collaboration. So that is why this sustainable development goals has came to the figure 2050. So target to be achieved 2030. So there are 17 areas to be tackled, starting with the no poverty, zero hunger, so forth. So one thing, I may be a bit biased, being a researcher, being an engineer, I believe in order to tackle all these 17 goals, I think we as researchers, I believe this is the most important one. If you wanted to make the good health and the well-being, we need the technology, we need the innovation. If you want to go for the quality education, we need the innovation, infrastructure. So everywhere, so gender equality, of course, we need the innovation. So innovation will bring the technology that will have the both the men and women can be in the society. Right? So I can keep on arguing. All 17 should be supported by the 9, so that I'm getting the 9 out of it. So therefore, 9 is the mainly I am getting the innovation. So I believe, especially being a researcher, especially being an engineer, innovation is the driving force. And not just innovation, it should be a green innovation. So that is what I'm bringing green innovation and entrepreneurships as a supporting arm for empowering the sustainability. So now innovation. So this is the modular construction. This is how now world has developed to build in the infrastructure. Maybe hospital, apartment, you name it, anything, everything. So they build the apartment completely and bring and fix it to them. For the time being, maybe up to 20-story building has been developed. So no waste, right? Less time, you have many advantages. Even everything is fixed inside toilet, even including the furniture, you bring it within a few days. There are cases like in Australia, after the vacation, when the student come to the school, there's a maybe 8-story new building has fixed few months time. So this is, but of course, these are the innovation available around the world. But without entrepreneur, how much we talk about this one, how much we do the research, it doesn't work. Otherwise, amount of the money that we spend for the pre-education research of this country cannot be like this, no. But what happened is we have been doing the research that has been gone to the research papers and publication and so on. Therefore, it is very important entrepreneur come into the picture. So in this case, we have entrepreneur, ICC, Sri Lankan company. They have a now factory for the modular solution, modular construction, smart housing. Another one is prepacked housing. These are prefabricated element. We bring it, set it, then we can pick the apartment, warehouse, anything like that. Of course, there are also few companies are working. ELS, they are working in this area for a last phase. Therefore, my point is not only innovation, but also entrepreneur must be there. Otherwise, this won't complete. But this is the house, 3D print. But I think for the time being, the machines and things are expensive. We don't have an entrepreneur right now, but we need an entrepreneur. After the bringing the entrepreneur, you can do the research with the technology. The framework I call it AIS, adaptation and innovation and sustainability. So this is what, because 99% things that we want to develop Sri Lanka has been developed somewhere. But you have to adapt it, innovate it, sustain it. Right? But innovation have to be done. But after adapting, the innovation has to be done for the sustainability. So the secret behind the development of any nation is the innovation and entrepreneurship. Both must get together. Of course, as we are concerned on sustainability, it should be green innovation and entrepreneurship. Otherwise, any country bring the more goods to the country than what they have to say. Therefore, we must do the basic research, applied research, innovation. Innovation can be adapted, doesn't matter. But adapted innovation must be innovate according to the country requirement, climate, the culture, and the raw material and so forth. Then it should be linked up with the entrepreneur, then only the wealth come to the nation. Then as you see there, then you can send more thing out of the country that they bring. So then that become a developed nation. Therefore, In order to become a developed nation, that must be the secret. Therefore, this should rotate. You can't stop at one point. This, doing the research, university level, and come up with the innovation, or even adapt it and innovate, link up with the entrepreneurs, and produce the wealth for the nation. And this is not happening because we have stopped in the halfway. This is where we stop all the time. We do the research paper publication, that is there. But we are not keen to link up with the entrepreneurs and produce the wealth for the nation. People, academic, we thought that is not our duty. Our duty is to do the research, get the publication. So now it has come to the good level right now. People are now working in that area. Let me come back to the Sri Lankan situation, right? If you want to go with the sustainable Sri Lanka, sustainability depends on the three pillars that you all know: social, environment, economy. How much socially good, how much environment good? If you don't have the money, there is no sustainability. You still want to migrate, right? Some people say beautiful country, green country, people are very nice, but people are migrating because without money, without job, you cannot be. In order to achieve the sustainability, these three pillars must. We look into the. I think this is more relevant about 2-3 years before, right? But still, environment problem, because when we focus this is the photograph from the Colombo, any point in the city, you end up with the garbage. All the lake, Berry Lake, any lake, you see that this is the situation. Who responsible? Oh, of course, we responsible. We responsible for this one. Somebody who walk every morning, that I see that every morning you get garbage in the street or either water body. Then we have the climate challenge, biodiversity, resort problems, so that everything is there. Therefore, we need the green solution for that one. That is for the environment. Let's move on to the socially. Socially, people must be happy, free, enjoy. This is the developed nations. But whereas what is happening right now in Sri Lanka? This data is about 2-3 years before. In one survey, it says that among the young youth, out of 100, 57 say that they want to leave the country immediately. Some say that they never want to come back. Still, that is remain. Number may be little less. So that means socially people are not happy. How much green, weather, people are nice, it doesn't matter, right? So we don't have what is the income of the just the passing out graduate? So they cannot survive. There's a huge unemployment, job security is there. So these are the problems that there should be green innovation to address the environment issues, social entrepreneurship, and the policy innovation are crucial for the tackling these social challenges in a sustainable way. Let's move on to the economy. I don't have to tell you, but I'll go very quickly. So you remember this one, right? But for the time we don't see this one. I mean, it is not because we have money. We have artificially set this one. Otherwise, this is the real situation. But starting from the 1960 until this happened, every year, every government has been artificially control this one. But because of the COVID and some other reason, they could not artificially manage it. Even right now, as I remember, like the one day we need the 5 billion to run the country. We don't earn that amount for the time being. So that means there is a loan component. So global market is the rise in cost of the living is unemployment, right? Underemployment, right? Loan, housing crisis, and these are the challenges that this need to be tackled. That means sustainability wise, economic pillars badly damaged, environment also damaged, socially also damaged. I don't have to tell about the social situation, environmental situation, and this you very well understand. But of course, if you go into the detail, we have been importing the more thing than exporting. That means we every day we spend more dollar than what we get to the country. Simple as that. But what happened during the COVID? We want to import more and more things for the survivor, whereas the export didn't work as it didn't want. Artificially couldn't manage. Then we had stopped the vehicle until recently, import, power cut 13 hours, and there are a lot of queues. So if you want to go back to the developed state, it's not easy. It's not, you can't go over the night. But what we have to theoretically, practically, of course, it's not easy. Theoretically, we have to reduce the import, right? Export have to be increased. Of course, another way that the tourism, some other foreign remittance from the workers, that of course counted. That is what I said, that the practical situation different. So therefore, we must bring to the level that we earn to live. Then we have to pay the loan. Then of course, we have to go for the renewable energy, manufacturing, local material usage, and the circular economy, and the sustainable agriculture, and the business outsourcing, right? So there should be the innovation. So innovation, I believe you can come as AIS, adaptation, innovation, and sustainability. So everything has been done in different countries, different universities. When you go to the literature, we have this one. So as we researchers, we start as with adapting. Adapting means we go to the literature review. And we innovate according to our material, culture, practices, and so forth. So these are the things that we have to do as a researchers, as a country. Right? Then basic research, applied research, and innovation with the entrepreneurships, we can bring the money to the country. Then we can send more things out of the country than what it, at least in dollar terms, we can be survive. We can earn to live. So that cycle should be done. Therefore, I believe maybe as a researcher, research commercialization is a very important thing to empower the sustainable. There, green innovation enterprise is the promising path. So let's see one example. This is the case in MIT. They go for the innovation, research, and education, right? So this is the photograph of the MIT, right? Let's see some data. Very interesting. It seems like their alumni has developed more than 30,000 active companies. And the number of employees in these companies are 4.6 million people. And the annual revenue is of 1.9 trillion. There are some other areas that I'm not going to describe about it. But just to say about this income, it is the GDP between the Russia and India. One institute. So that means we are being in the area of the research and being the scientist. Of course, the policy and various other things will be satisfied. We must make sure that we produce the more and more entrepreneurs in this country. Not just the scientists. Of course, scientists is important. Scientists must work with the industry and do the product development, right? And the policy must support until it matures. Therefore, what I believe is the green innovation and entrepreneurship is the promising path to development in any nation. Vision should be the sustainable, transform the built environment through the sustainable practices and ensuring the environment practices, social and economic growth, future well-being of the motherland. Of course, this is what we have been talking about. So this is the built environment, right? So you have to turn to the sustainable built environment. Decent job, clean, secured, green, people has future. If you survey at this level, 59 people say that they want to migrate. If you survey a situation like this one, 100% say that we don't want to leave the country. Even those who are migrating right now, they will come back with the money and the technology. Definitely. That's happened. That happened many nations because I'm happy that the people are leaving because of that some countries develop. For example, Korea, when they have the problem, people left. But when the country developed, they came with the technology as well as the money to the country. They, of course, my area where I have been in the Green Building Council of Sri Lanka during last 10 years. So we make to bring the nature into the built environment, where the people will be happy in the green building and the economy become a green economy. So we set a lot of tools, make kind of policies, right, to convert the traditional building to a sustainable building. I'm not going to describe in the detail. When you picture, we'll explain to you what sustainable greener building is. And not only that for the existing cities, and we develop for the transformation, necessary requirement, necessary guideline, transform the built environment with the sustainability. So these are some of the tools that we have developed for the built environment. End of the day, we would like to see that the greenery is there, clean, nice environment, people are happy, economy become green economy. So that is the sustainable built environment. So this is our vision was the Green Building Council of Sri Lanka. When you go to education community, I told at the beginning, communities is very important for sustainable living. Some of the work that we have done, we have arranged time to time the green walk, some of the photograph that we did, the awareness program, tree planting. And we have had a program called Magadevasa Turusevana. We tree plant all around the country, right? We want to plant 2 million trees. We end up with a plant in 1 million trees. Then we support the Kandy Municipal Council to transformation of the city from what you see 2018 to 2021. Whole city has been green now. And we launched the road cleaning program. And I'm the one who drafted the Surakum Ganga while I was a secretary of the Ministry of Urban Development. So we have the 160. Our target was, objective vision was to, in 10 years' time, not tomorrow, in 10 years' time, in case of emergency, people should be able to drink the water from the river. This is how we did. Now you cannot drink it. No, not tomorrow. At least another 10 years' time. 106 rivers or 3 rivers to be clean. That program. That can be possible. I hope under the Clean Sri Lanka program, these kind of things can be done. We earn a lot from the tourism. Therefore, we should target the cleaning the beach. We have a program time to time, beach cleaning. We had a joint venture with the Spain. They come time to time and they work with us to clean in the beach. We must educate the school children from there onward. We award the people who are working for the sustainability, recognize the people. We try to have the pre-terminal workshop time to time, explain about what is the sustainability and greener building and so forth. So coming back to the vision, in order to carry out the vision for the lifetime, I developed the GAP headquarters. That is to empower the sustainability. The vision, it's a green innovation and enterprise, what I have been talking so far. So, but I believe at the present context, it should be digitally supported. Digitalization is very, very important. That means the digitally supported green innovation and enterprise is the promising path. This is the headquarters for the research commercialization. We always encourage go for the startups and develop the companies. Some of the work that we have done during the last 2 decades, this is my original research, my PhD work maybe, structural health monitoring. We have written maybe 60-70% of my paper publication mainly on the area of structural health monitoring. We have developed many theories and so forth, but we didn't stop there. We established the company with the 2 of my students, Center for the International Center for Sustainable Built Environment Private Limited, so that we are providing the solution for the reuse, recycling, assessment of the old structures in this country. We have more than 100 jobs we have. Oh, no, not 100, 1,000 jobs we have carried to the different kind of industry, including the bridge that you see that was marked to replace, but we repaired it about 20 years before. Many silos, many old buildings and so on. So this is another product that we develop out of the waste from the Norachole pliers. Maybe you can.
පේරාදෙණිය විශ්වවිද්‍යාලයේ සිදු කරන ලද පරීක්ෂණයක ප්‍රතිඵලයක් ලෙස මෙම ගඩොල නිෂ්පාදනය කර තිබෙනවා. එම විශ්වවිද්‍යාලයේ ජ්‍යෙෂ්ඨ මහාචාර්ය රංජිත් දිසානායක මහතා ප්‍රකාශ කළේ මේ සඳහා ගල් අඟුරු අලුවලට අමතරව සිමෙන්ති සහ හුණුද භාවිත කරන බවයි. මෙම ගල් භාවිත කරමින් ඉදිකිරීම සිදු කිරීමේදී සිදුවන වාසි පිළිබඳව ඔහු මෙලෙස පැහැදිලි කළා.
මේක හරිම බරෙන් අඩුයි. අපිට වැලි භාවිතය ගොඩාක් දුරට අඩු කරන්න පුළුවන්. සමහර වෙලාවට අපිට නැතිව කරලා දාන්න තත්ත්වයට ගෙනෙන්න පුළුවන්. ඒ ගොඩනැගිලි හැදුවට පස්සේ අපිට එයා කන්ඩිෂන් සඳහා අවශ්‍ය වෙන විදුලි බිල පව අඩු කරගන්න පුළුවන්. ඒ වගේ ගොඩාක් වාසි තියෙනවා මේක හදාගෙන. ප්‍රධාන වාසිය තමයි මේක අපි දැන් විදුලි බලය නිෂ්පාදනය කිරීමේදී දිනපතා මේ ඇෂ් එක අපි පිට කරනවා. මේක ලොකු පරිසර හානියක් බවට පත් වෙනවා. ඒ කියන්නේ මේක ඉතාමත් පරිසර හිතකාමී ගොඩනැගිලි නිෂ්පාදනයට සුවිශේෂී දෙයක් බවට පත් වෙලා තියෙනවා. මේකේ බර අඩු එක විතරයි තියෙන්නේ. නමුත් ශක්තිය ඉතාමත් වැඩි. මේකෙන් ගෙයක් හදපුවාම ඇත්තටම සාමාන්‍ය ගෙදරකට අවශ්‍ය වෙන කම්බි ප්‍රමාණයෙන් 15%-20% අතර ප්‍රමාණයක් අඩු කරගන්න පුළුවන්.
Here also we use the same thing, AIS adaptation. This is the technology available in the country. But our research was to see our climate, how it works, adaptation and innovation and sustainability. So now we are part of the Access Engineering, because in order to expand the factory, we had a joint venture with the Access Engineering. They have the 50% shares out of them. This is the name of the company, Lanka ISAE Private Limited. Factories in Putlam. You will see some of the, but we use basically the ash from the electric one, produce the AC brick that go up the construction industry. So these are some of the photographs from the factory, as you see there. And the GAP headquarters is 100% the constructed out of almost the first brick came out of the factory. So this is the GAP headquarters. Listen some of the work that we are doing here.
Where sustainability meets innovation. Welcome to GAP HQ, where we're building tomorrow's Sri Lanka through green innovation and entrepreneurship. Under the GAP HQ umbrella, 5 dynamic companies work in harmony to create lasting impact. Through graduate associate professionals, we're bridging the gap between academic knowledge and industry practices, nurturing the next generation of sustainable development leaders. Beyond our core services, GAP HQ offers state-of-the-art venues designed for connection and growth. Our versatile spaces host everything from corporate conferences and workshops to educational programs and networking events, providing the perfect setting for knowledge sharing and professional development. The International Center for Sustainable Built Environment pioneers sustainable design solutions. Our multifunctional civil engineering consultancy ensures every project meets the highest standards of sustainability, safety, and quality. AAC Block offers eco-friendly, lightweight construction solutions using fly ash from the Norachole power plant, promoting sustainability and energy efficiency in modern building practices. Gap HQ, where innovation meets sustainability.
So there are many activities planned. Actually, very recently we completed the international conference on resource efficiency toward the sustainability at the Cinnamon Life. And the next conference is coming, University Industry Collaboration on Sustainable Development in the May. And the next one is coming in August, biomimicry for the sustainability. And of course, these most of the things are connected to some of the research grant we have received. And finally, we have been doing the Sustainable Built Environment Conference during last 16 years. This is the 16th time that we are going to held it. We have now connected almost all the universities in the country. It's a very popular, not only in Sri Lanka, around the world. And we have published the Spinja Nature, almost all the conferences. And we have been recognized by different organizations. This is the UN award for the country award 2021. And this is for the Sustainable Global Award. Very recently I received. And the National Educator Award also 2024, some of the award for the recognition of. Of course, before winding out, green entrepreneurship is its role is global changes is very important. Economic and environmental impact is there. Therefore, green entrepreneurs are the reshaping the industry by integrating the sustainability into the business model, reducing the carbon footprint and promoting the resource efficiency. Innovation and technology, advancement in the renewable energy sector and circular economy, eco-friendly production demonstrates how green business are driving systematic change. Always we have a social responsibility, sustainable businesses, we can create a job. So our network Gap headquarters right now create nearly 200 or more jobs, improve the community well-being, so that these people are very happy, inspire the ethical and so forth. Then the pathway for the sustainable future is a scale in the green solution. So we have to scale up the green solution. All sector must collaborate to expand sustainable innovation globally. Policy and regulation must support. I mean, the norm, how much we try to do various things, you see that the policy make the big difference. So that policy must be supported. Otherwise, how much you do the innovation, the entrepreneurs cannot play. Then rather than try to produce something, they would like to import something and earn the money. I've been somebody who has involved in the beginning, set up in the few factories here in Sri Lanka. I know how difficult to bring the things to the country from the custom and various other places that I'm not going to describe here. So policy must be supported. Then consumer and the business accountability is a very, very important. And the very important one is our role. We have to educate where the people of this country. So I have been telling this, I believe digitally supported green innovation and entrepreneurship is the promising path to the sustainable development in Sri Lanka. So I believe it as at my belief, and that is why I found Gap headquarters to support this, what I believe. With that, I would like to conclude my presentation. Thank you very much for everybody listening. I would like to answer any question that you have. I think I finished my presentation in 45 minutes. Thank you. Over to you, MC. Dr.
Thank you
Vijay
very much. Thank you very much, sir. And yeah, I mean, I was listening to it, and every word of you said, I think it's kind of encouraging us to think in a different perspective. And I think at the beginning you said you are not going to discuss anything about agriculture or the environment, but I think your speech today added another dimension to ISA, because I think, of course, built environment. So we, as agriculturists and environmentalists who have been with the ISA, and I think most of I don't know, the composition of the listeners today and what are their areas of interest. And I think there are a lot of things that we can, initiate from what you said today. For example, it's innovations. Now, when you are stuck in some part of the construction industry, probably we can find another solution. I think through our research, for example, the carbon dioxide emission reduction, we can do a lot of things with soil and tree planting. And I think it's a kind of nexus where we can do a lot of things together.
Yeah,
So I
true.
think it was a real eye opener, and I think so something that we can think, in the future, near future, of course. So I think we can have a couple of minutes for the questions. So the organizers informed me that if you raise your hand, we can allow you to talk uh, or ask questions. And in the meantime, some people have sent some questions through the Q&A facility. So the one gentleman is, or lady may be asking, what are some small steps I can take to implement sustainable practices in an island environment where transportation of export goods is an issue because of economic system. Economy is not enough to support this transport issue. Probably, do you have any insight on this transport sector and how we can use it, sir?
Yeah, transport sector, I think uh, country has a good railway network. I think we must make sure that we utilize the railway network for the good to transport. This is what happened. This is where the policy matters. So, right, even our transport of the transport of these material and goods and passengers, right, must be done through the railway network. We have a very good railway network, right? So that is what we have to target. This is where the policy important, right? Today I just finished some report for a company. I don't want to tell their names. They are bringing some goods to Trincomalee, and they have to take it up to the Putlam. So my report was basically amount of the goods that they are bringing to the Trincomalee and transporting, how much the distance, fuel for the year and so forth. But there is a jetty close to the Norachole. So if the government allows to that company use that jetty, that they can reduce the lot of fuel, road damage, and many things. So, but I hope government will listen so that the company want me to produce the report. So I gave the report to the company. Company will produce to the CEB and to the ministry and try to use that jetty. Likewise, there are solutions. Therefore, I mean the best thing is because when a country when the country develop, not the poor are using the cars. Poor are go to the public transport. So we believe other way around. We believe that everybody must use their own vehicle, then only we become a developed nation. No, money developed nation, people use the public transport. So, but we have given a very good rail network from the British, but we are not maintaining doing it for the transport. Okay, over to you.
And the other thing is, some people are, of course, interested in your ventures like Gap HQ and its functions. So, say if somebody is having an innovative idea or something, will they be able to, consult your company and move forward with the ideas?
Definitely, yeah, they can. Anybody can find out my number from the website and just better WhatsApp, and I will give you time and come and discuss and see how we can work together. People are working like that. That is possible. We, of course, if you want, we can give the advice. We have the seminar, webinar, and you can participate it on. But if you really have the product, you have to go for the next level. We will support. We can work together. Or otherwise, if they want to work it isolately, we can help. No problem. That is our duty. We are
Thank
teachers.
you, sir. I think Mr. Ruan is raising hand.
Sir, good evening. Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah.
Yeah, sir, good evening. I am one of the students who are following a green technology master in Ruhuna, and thank you very much, sir, for your valuable lecture, and thank you, Ruhuna, to organize this. Sir, even there are three pillars, society, environment, and the economic in sustainable development. As
Okay.
you say at the first, you have told that jungle was there, but due to the goat, we came to the our new towns and cities. So,
Yeah.
sir, I think, according to my perspective, I think the social is the valuable pillar, so important pillar in the sustainable, because if we cannot change the attitudes to get the new innovation, because most of the time when we are talking about agriculture in rural sector, they are reluctant to use the new innovation. So, sir, I just want to ask from you, is there any suggestions or some programs you have already suggest to mobilize the society for getting the innovation for their rural areas and in our normal areas also? So the perspective, have you any given some programs to mobilize the society? Thank
Yeah,
you very much, sir.
actually, if you follow our Facebook and all that, you will see that every week, like we have the webinar, seminar, conferences, workshop, and the competition. We have the 4 competition for the different areas. Like the very recently, we concluded the circular challenge, because people who have come up with the idea with the reuse, recycling. Today we launched the uni challenge. Uni challenge means the university and industry and together, if they are bringing something, so that we are likewise, we always try to engage with the community, right? We have the different kind of activities, GapHQ as well as Green Building Council, different way. What I'm doing right now also, we are trying to educate the different sect of the people. Therefore, we have been continuously doing this for the nation during last 2 decades. At the beginning, it was hard, but now it is easy, because the people understand the importance of sustainability they are attending, and so that is what we have been running the Candy Conference on sustainable built and during last 16 years, 100% education of the nation.
Okay, thank you very much, sir.
My pleasure.
So the audience, do you have any more? We can, I think, go for 1 or 2 questions maximum. So I think Professor Disanayake is also a busy person, but he will dedicate some of his time for us and the audience. So I think in that sense, now, if somebody is looking for an internship also, will it be possible for you to help them in that?
Yeah, that is
GapHQ?
even I think today also we took 2 people, one from the Javardhapur, the one from the Ruhuna University. We have the multidisciplinary team. We have the civil engineers, agriculture, scientists, different background. We hire, not only one area. So we continuously people are coming.
So I
We
think
have,
since you are working on the sustainability, I think everybody is involved. So
yeah.
I think it's a multidisciplinary platform. So many people, agriculturists, environmentalists, and everybody can get together.
But we are very keen on the soft skill. It's a very important. Of course, we look for the language, other computer literacy and the various other things are very important. But we try to train also. But we have the internal training to train. Even we train the people who are here to produce their own flyer and how to use the chat GP and various things. But basically, he should be able to grab it. That is the more important than anything else. Yeah.
And I think somebody is asking, can international sectors be involved in the trainings? And if yes, what are the requirements? Probably, I think somebody from outside the country is asking, and I think so. I
So
think he's asking whether.
we work with the internationally. For example, we work with the many countries like the UK, Singapore, Australia. But for the time being, we have the gap. We have the gap different sectors: gap R&D, gap resource center, gap event, gap school, gap postgraduate school, something like that. So when something come, for example, say one example, I'll give the there are research ideas in the one of the lecture in UK, but she wanted to apply the as a case study in Sri Lanka. So we get together and did it here. And another one is the New South Wales, Australia. They want to do some testing for the maybe blast. So testing in Australia is very expensive. So that we did the testing here. Likewise, sometimes modeling also cost effective. Likewise, we work together with the international people can work with us. We have arm. We have arm.
Yeah. Okay. So in that case, do you have any license officer in Gap HQ for this kind of communications?
So when somebody comes, we have the managers for the each and every sector. We have the manager for the R&D. We have the manager for the resource center. We have the manager for the school. We have the manager for the event. So when the inquiry comes, I'll put into the him or he. Then he has followers. They will work under them, and we will develop. So that almost every week, like 1 or 2 inquiries are coming. We try to work on that area. For example, yesterday we got some inquiry from the New Zealand, so that we will be having the tomorrow 1 o'clock meeting with the New Zealand one university. So likewise, we get the inquiries, and we never decided on our own, but we discuss and see. Foreign people are coming, Chinese are coming, many people are coming. Whoever come, we allow them to discuss. Never just looking at we say that no. We welcome them and see. You never know, right?
Yeah, I think many people are, asking the same thing. So I think what they can do is contact you and your experts through Gap HQ.
They can WhatsApp me. I think they can find out my mobile is a note 777-809895.
Okay, so you gave the number, and that's so humble of you. And I think so let's ask our audience to connect to you through Gap HQ. So that will be I think easier for them as well.
Sure.
So it seems like so there are no questions coming in through our Q&A. And I think we have answered most of the questions they have asked. And I think let's wind up the session. And before winding up, so I'm really grateful to you for accepting our invitation to become the first speaker in the first pre-conference seminar of ISAE. And so it's a landmark for us as well. So I think the talk was interesting, and I think I think the very idea of having this pre-conference, meetings or whatever, this seminars has been fulfilled, I think, with your talk. And so you opened a new door to ISAE. So I think the tracks can be updated with the built environment and how it is linked to our main theme of sustainability and all. So I think as you have always helped us in most of the things, and you have been so generous to us, and I would like to thank you once again for your valuable time and idea sharing. Thank you very much, sir. And at the same time, I would like to thank the participants. I saw there were around 300 participants from different. When we look at the names, I could see there are different people are from different parts of the world. So thank you very much for attending our first pre-conference seminar. And so we hope you will send us papers for our session, and you can of course see all the information in our website. It is already up, and we are going to have it in the Gold Face Hotel in September. So we welcome you all to ISAE, the real session, and we hope you can submit papers. Of course, you can send in and see, and you can contact our organizers and clarify any issue that you have, or maybe in the subject area or whatever. So we are there to quickly assist you. And now the conference, what do you call, submission is open, so you have time. So we welcome your papers. And again, I would like to thank you all for being part of this today. And looking forward to see you in next pre-conference seminar. That we hope to have around 12 seminars, sir. So we hope the other speakers will also bring a lot of insights to this. And I would also like to thank our organizers for having all these things set up in a nice way, and inviting me as well for the moderation. And thank you very much, everybody. So I would like to hand over the session to the organizers. And the certificates, I think some are requesting how they're going to get the certificates. Our organizers will check the registration information, and they will send you the certificates through those information. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you very much, sir, Professor Ranjit Disanayake, sir. So to delivering very important speech, and we can share so many things about the sustainability. And also, I think we have to especially thank for Professor Ranjit Disanayake, because very quickly he accepted our invitation to be a speaker of this webinar. And Dr. Chamila Vijayakon, dear sir, thank you very much for moderating this session. I think we have successfully conducted the session. Thank you very much, all participants. And so let's meet again from the second webinar. Will be conducted in 31st March 2025. So let's meet again. Thank you very much.
And Avanti, I forgot to tell you one thing. And some people were asking whether they can take the presentation. Are we uploading this recording to the YouTube? And I heard from our organizers, we're going to do something like that. So I think you will be able to watch this presentation on YouTube. Thank you.